Bakhsh Rais, and Pakistan Affairs analyst and professor of social science, joins us now live from Lahore. Thank you so much, Professor, for being with us here on the program today. Now, what's your analysis on the TTP announcing the end of this indefinite ceasefire and the reemergence of this threat that Pakistan now faces?
It is a new declaration of war. They have been waging war against Pakistani people, society, and the state for a very long time. They were defeated in Sawat. They were defeated in erstwhile Fatah areas. Now, the districts that have been merged with Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. They are basically having safe havens in Taliban-controlled Afghanistan, and they also had the safe havens before the end of American-backed government there. They operate from there, and we thought that with the coming of Taliban government in Kabul, we will have end of this terrorist organization. But about 15,000 are estimated to be hiding in Afghanistan, and they have been operating. Even during this so-called ceasefire that they had announced, they have been carrying on attacks against Pakistani security forces across the border.
Right.
And the Pakistani forces have been responding to that. Unfortunately, the Taliban government in Kabul, that is rightly isolated from international community, has not been heeding to the advice of Pakistan that they must evict all these terrorist organizations from its soil, because they create troubles for the entire region. It's not only Pakistan. Tomorrow it will be Central Asian states.
Right. So given that Pakistan is facing this grave threat now, how is the government gearing up against future attacks that the TTP says they are going to conduct? We did see them announce that Asim Munir is the new chief of the army. How much of an effect do you think that this will have on Pakistan's counterterrorism operations?
I think Pakistani forces are quite seasoned in counter-insurgency operations, because they fought one of the deadliest war against TTP and succeeded. They have infrastructure in place, and at the same time, they are talking to the Taliban government. Our Minister for State in Arabani Khan, after the Taliban declared end of ceasefire, immediately went to Kabul and held negotiations. We are still talking to the Taliban government there that they have to play their role. They cannot host terrorist organizations. That is the commitment that they gave to the international community, and that is the commitment they gave to government of Pakistan and to the people of Pakistan. If the TTP activities continue against Pakistani state and society, I think there will be appropriate response. And this is a big challenge at a time when there is a political crisis going on in the country.
That actually brings me to my next question, because the political situation overall in Pakistan is quite tense, with the former Prime Minister Imran Khan pushing for elections. Do you think the TTP will take advantage of this situation and use the political tension in the country to conduct its attacks?
Definitely. When you have a bad economy and you have political parties fighting among themselves, and if there's a political stability, of course, that creates space and opportunity for terrorist organizations. We have seen in other countries as well. I think this is the worst time that Pakistan is going through politically and economically. And it is why on the negotiating table, the TTP had a very hard agenda, and they were not willing to budge an inch from what they were demanding from Pakistani state. So I believe that they see that there are vulnerabilities in the Pakistani political system at the moment, and they would wish to exploit it. But then it depends on Pakistani security forces and the government, not only at the federal level, but also in the provinces, that how they are going to put their heads together and respond with solidarity and collectively against this terrorist organization.
Okay, Professor Rasul Bakhsh Rais, thank you so much for joining us here on the NewsHour. It was a pleasure speaking to you.
My pleasure.